Morning everybody, day 3 of Vlogmas. On my way to work again. It's Friday though, so that means it's nearly the weekend and I'll get some chance to sew. I'll see if I can show you my outfit. Hi everyone, so I'm back from work. As I explained in day 2's Vlogmas, currently because of the winter I go to work and it's dark and I come home and it's dark. So I thought I'd film from a different area in my house, and I'm filming from my sewing space. It is slightly messy, you can see behind me. I haven't had a chance to clean it at the moment, and I was going to clean it before I started filming the rest of day 3 of Vlogmas, but I thought actually I'm going to leave it in its messy state so you can see that actually I do create quite a lot of mess when I'm sewing. I will put pictures in of this dress, but this is one of my favourite dresses that I've made. It's the Tilly and the Buttons indigo dress, made in this amazing animal print fabric. I just absolutely love it, and it's got the button down back. I'll put proper photos in, it's easier for you to see. This has got pockets. I've always got post-it notes in my pocket, especially when I'm at school. And then this one's also got the lower tier. I really love this fabric. Sorry if you can hear my children talking in the background. My daughter's talking very loudly outside the door where I'm filming. One of my favourite things to do on a Friday is when I get home, I've cooked dinner, and then one of my favourite things to do is put on my loungewear. So I'm going to pause my Vlogmas day 3 whilst I go and pop on my loungewear. I've got some really snuggly sort of loungewear that I absolutely love wearing. So I'm going to go and pop that on, and then I'll come back and I'll share what's behind door 3 of the advent calendar. So I'll be back in a minute. I'm back wearing my cosy loungewear. This is the Wow jumper by Faye Studio Jepson. It's a pattern that I absolutely love. I've made a couple of versions. It's a little bit extra with the ruffles, but I love it. This sweatshirting fabric is fleece lined and it's so cozy. I think I got it from Like So Amazing. If I can find it in stock anywhere, I'll link it in the description for you, but it's so snuggly, it's amazing. I don't know if I can show you on that side. It's got like a fur lining. It's so soft. And then the trousers, I can't remember the name of the pattern company, but when I put a picture in of me wearing it, I'll also put in the description what the pattern is if you're interested. But that is what I'm wearing. It's an elasticated sort of pair of trousers, and they've got pockets. The pockets I've lined with hot pink jersey, and I just absolutely love it. And then they are elasticated at the ankle as well. I love putting this on a Friday evening when I've had a busy day at work. It just feels really cozy. And then I have actually got my first festive drink of the season. I'm not a massive drinker. I don't drink a huge amount of alcohol, but I do like a Baileys. So I'm just going to grab my festive Baileys. It's in a festive glass too. So I've got my first Baileys in my lovely festive glass. Take a little sip. Like I said, I don't drink a huge amount, so that will be the only one for me this evening, and then I'll be back on the tea. So let's open door number 3 of my Labels by Kylie and the Machine. So door number 3 looks quite big actually. Here it is. So let's open it up and see what is behind door number 3. Oh, can't open it. Oh, it's a patch. That's really cute. It's like a sewing kit patch. So it's an iron-on patch. That's really cute. I don't know what I would sew that onto or iron that onto. Maybe some of my Yanta overalls. I've got about 10 pairs of Yanta overalls planned. I've got loads of corduroy fabric, and then actually I'll share it with you in a second. The Black Friday sale from Sewmesunshine. I haven't bought fabric from Sewmesunshine for ages, and then I bought quite a few pieces from Sewmesunshine, and I've got plans this weekend for a couple of pieces. If I get chance, and then I've also got I've got plans for some corduroy fabric that came, so I will grab that once I've done this. So that is door number 3. Let me see where door number 4 is. Oh, door number 4 looks teeny tiny. It's up here, and there we go. So that's the advent calendar. I hope you found that interesting, seeing what was in there. And then I wanted to share something that came in the post. This is something I've bought. I have mentioned this before, but my eldest daughter is autistic and she also suffers with anxiety. And sometimes she'll get bouts of just feeling incredibly anxious or worried when she's not at home with me. And I saw this company, which are called the Happy Bug Co. And they do these little worry monsters. They're so cute, and there's loads of different designs. So I bought one for Ruby and I bought one for Lola, and it came today. How adorable is that? So it's got a little face on, and it's got stars stamped into it, and then it's got a blue star. And for Ruby, I got her like a bright rainbow coloured one. And then within that, you get 2 little cards that explain all about it, which is just really cute. So it says, keep me in your pocket and hold me when you're blue. Place me by your bed at night so sweet dreams come true. Pop me on your windowsill to soak up all the rays. Take me on adventures and brighten up your days. Just know, wherever you go, you'll have a little happy, because a happy bug is a little friend who always has a smile to lend. And then this one is all about new things can be magical and sometimes scary too. Everyone who loves you believes so much in you. You can do it. You will succeed. Just try your best. That's all you need. So when you're feeling sad or anxious or alone, your happy bug is with you, a little piece of home. So Ruby's going to pop it in her pocket, and Lola's going to do the same, so that if they get a little bit worried or feel a little bit anxious, they can just give it a little stroke, or just hold it in their pocket and know that obviously I'm thinking of them, because I'm thinking of them all the time, and so is their dad. And hopefully it will help on those days and those moments when they're just feeling a little bit worried. So I just wanted to share that because I thought it was really cute. They've got a shop on Etsy, so I'll link them in the description below if you're interested in finding out a little bit more about them. And it wasn't that expensive. I can't remember exactly off the top of my head how much it was, but they weren't expensive at all. So I'm really pleased that they've arrived, and I've given them to both of my girls, and they both really enjoyed looking at them. And they've both, well, Lola will, because this is Lola's, pop them in their pocket. Lola just sat holding it in her hand and sort of stroking it, which is really cute. So I just wanted to update you really on the crown pattern that I've talked about already in my Vlogmas videos. It's patterned by Waves and Wild, and I actually had to go at trialing it last night, and this is it. I'm really pleased with how it's turned out actually. Really straightforward to construct. So you cut a front piece and a back piece on the fold. You can do the same fabric as I have, or you can do different fabric. And then you interface them with medium weight interfacing, and then you stitch them together, and you leave a little opening at the bottom so you can turn it through. And then I just used my Prim, like, I don't know what you call it here. They're loop turners, but then you also get this like bamboo stick that can make the points really pointy. I can't remember what that's called, but I just use that to push the points of the crown. Sorry, it keeps falling on the floor. So I've got my points of my crown. I chose to sew up the small child measurement, but actually I'm really glad I sewed it up, and I took it into school today to measure against one of the children. I got them to try it on, and it was not too small, but it only just fastened, and I want to have a little bit more wiggle room. So I'm going to try this evening and sew up the large child measurement, and hopefully that will fit a little bit better. I am going to go with Velcro. So I just had some Velcro at school today, so I've had to go at just sticking that on, and I think Velcro will give us the safest option. So what you need to do if you're going to use Velcro is you need to sew it onto the crown first before you sew the front and the back together, and then turn it through. So I brought lots of Velcro home today so that I can stitch that on first before I sew the 2 pattern pieces together and turn it through. So I'm really hopeful actually that I will be able to make the crowns. It didn't take a huge amount of time last night to sew it up. It was less than an hour to cut it out, interface it and sew it up. And obviously just putting on the Velcro makes it a lot quicker to sew them up as well. So I'm optimistic I can sew 6. And then I had a look through my fabric stash last night for some fabrics that would work for the wise people. So I thought I'd share those with you. These are just from my stash. I've got some offcuts that I've managed to rescue. And then I've got some actual pieces of fabric that I bought as metre lengths or 2 metre lengths that I just haven't got round to using yet. But I thought that they might work for the crowns too. And actually practicing with this fabric, this was a piece of fabric that was given to me by Felicity Fabrics because I blog for them. And it was a Christmas present. I'm going to make matching crowns for me and my family for Christmas Day using this fabric because it's such beautiful Christmassy fabric. So I'm really glad that I practiced it actually. It's made me realise what a fabulous pattern it is, and it's free. So let's have a look. Now I have in my head that I want the crowns to be quite bright because it's for the wise people in the Christmas nativity. So I had this offcut of fabric which reminds me a little bit of like jewels. So I think this would be perfect for maybe 1 or 2. I've got quite a decent amount of that fabric. So I'm going to use that one definitely. Then I really love the colour of this. It's sort of that really deep purpley pink. And I've got 2 meters of this because I bought this thinking that I might turn it into a dress or something. But when it arrived, it was a lot more lightweight than I wanted it to be. So I think this would work really well for a couple of crowns as well. And then I've got a darker fabric, which is like a dark brown, and then it's got a blue kind of paisley pattern on it, I suppose. I'm not sure if it's going to come up properly. I think you can see that. I'm not sure if this is too dark for Wise People crowns, so I might not use that one. Then I've got some offcuts of this gorgeous floral cotton lawn fabric that I made a blouse out of. I made the Liberty Esther blouse. I'll put a picture in of it. Using this fabric, and I think that is just really beautiful. I love all the colours. They're almost like jewel toned colours, so I think that would work really well for a crown, and I've got a couple of offcuts of that, so I should have enough of that to sew one of the crowns. And then I've got this purple floral, I can't remember what type of fabric this is. I think it's a stretch cotton, so I'm not sure if this will work because it's a stretch cotton. But again, I like all the jewel tone colours in that, and I think it would be quite a bright crown. So I might try making one using this fabric and see if it turns out okay. And then I've got some of this lovely, this really fun animal print. I think it's a linen fabric, and I thought that might be quite fun with the zoo animals all over it. So I'll see if I've got enough of that. And then the final fabric I've got is this, I don't know if it's, yeah, it's 2 separate fabrics. I've got this lightweight yellow cotton fabric. I've just realised actually it's got a few stains on it, so I might not be able to use that. And actually it's quite lightweight, so I'm not sure if I like that. I don't think it would be bright enough really for a crown. I feel like it's a bit too pale, so I probably won't use that fabric. But I feel like I've got quite a lot of choices, especially with this fabric. I've got quite a lot of it. And then this fabric I've got quite a lot. So what I really want to make sure I do is I need to make 6 crowns, 3 for one class, 3 for the other, and then they're going to get passed on to the other 2 reception classes. So I want to make sure that I can sew up 3 different crowns for one class and 3 different crowns for the other class. So I feel like with all the fabric choices I've shared, I should have enough fabric to make very different crowns for the Wise People. So that's what I'm going to have a go at playing around with this evening and probably into tomorrow. So before I go, I'll share with you some of these fabrics that I've got from Sewmesunshine, because I've got a couple of firm plans and a couple of them I'm definitely going to get sewn up this weekend. So I'll just grab the fabrics so you can see what they look like. Okay, I'm back. So I've got this activewear fabric, which I just fell in love with, and I love how bright it is. It's quite silky actually for activewear, but it's a blue background and it's got all these gorgeous colourful flowers all over it. So I'm going to turn this into a pair of Hubie leggings for work. I like having a variety of leggings that I can wear for work, but also wear when I go out running. And I think they're so lovely and bright. Well, they'll be perfect for those dark winter evenings when I go for a run. And then there's the Cut One Pair Lilac Lovers Party this weekend. I'm probably not going to be able to take part because I haven't got anything really lilac-y in my wardrobe, and I was hoping to sew up some Yanta overalls using some chunky lilac cord, but I couldn't find any corduroy fabric that was lilac in colour. So instead I've got some denim fabric from Sewmesunshine, which is lilac. And I'm going to use this denim fabric to sew up a pair of the Helen's Closet Yanta overalls. And then I've got some of this gorgeous cotton jersey from Sewmesunshine that's got all these gorgeous sort of retro flowers all over it. And it's sort of a mustardy brown colour in the background. And then it's got all these gorgeous flowers all over it, like lilac flowers, peach and white flowers. And I'm going to turn that into a Tilly and the Buttons Freya top with long sleeves, and then I imagine that would go really nicely with my denim Yanta overalls, so I'm excited about sewing those up. The Freya top might get sewn up this weekend, but the Yantas I definitely won't get sewn up because I'm going out with friends tomorrow for festive afternoon tea, which I'm very excited about. And then Harriet shared this fabric maybe it was a week ago that she shared this fabric. It's a floral needle cord and I absolutely loved the colours, and I've got enough to make myself a pair of Yanta overalls. I absolutely love the Yanta overalls pattern. It's such a comfortable dungaree pattern. I've made 3 pairs so far, and I've got plans to make probably about 6 or 7 more pairs of Yanta overalls. It's a pattern that is really comfortable to wear. It's comfortable around my tummy, and it's great for work as well. You've got pockets on the front, pockets on the back, and a bib pocket, so there's enough pockets for all of my bits and bobs that I need when I'm at work, but also bits and bobs when I'm at home too. So I just really loved this fabric. It's a cream sort of, almost like a peachy background, and then all of these gorgeous flowers all over it. It's quite a lightweight needle cord, but I think it would still work for Yanta overalls. I think it would be absolutely fine. If I open it up, I don't know if you can see, it is quite a lightweight needle cord, so it has got sort of that drape to it, but I think it would still sew up really nicely as a pair of Yanta overalls. So those are some of my plans for some of those fabrics, and now I need to stop buying fabrics for the rest of the year, because I don't know if you can see, but I've got fabric in these drawers here, all of these drawers. Actually, the middle drawers have got patterns. This drawer has got patterns in, but the rest of the drawers have got fabric in. So I need to start sewing some of the fabric that I've got at home. The last thing for Vlogmas Day 3 was asking if anyone's got any pattern suggestions. Next weekend, my husband and I are taking part in our final Christmas market of the year. And there's a competition, a very, informal, light-hearted competition for all the stall holders to jazz up their pitch as Christmassy as possible. And there'll be a prize for the pitch that's the most Christmassy and most festive. And there's also going to be a prize for costumes too. I don't know if I'm being a bit over ambitious, but I'm really keen to sew up elf costumes. That's what my husband and I want to dress up as next weekend. And I'm really struggling to find elf patterns. So if anyone's got any suggestions, please let me know in the comments below. Or if you've got any patterns that you know would work really well as a elf costume, but it's not necessarily sold as an elf costume, then please let me know in the comments below, because I'm really keen to try and make something festive for next weekend, because I think it'd just be really fun. It'll add to the festive vibe that's going to be happening at the market next weekend as well. Thank you as always for watching. If you've enjoyed this video, please do give it a thumbs up, and I'll be back tomorrow with Vlogmas Day 4, and hopefully I'll be able to get some footage of me at my festive afternoon tea with some of my friends too, if they're happy to be on camera. Thank you everybody, take care, and I'll be back soon. Bye.